Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode and a brand new season of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying the series, of course, drop a like, that would be superb. So naturally, I thought we'd start with Kimmy, just to show you that the man is still actually here, because this has been a weird-ass summer. After a sort of weird-ass end of the season, to be honest. I think our performance is massively picked up. Had an off game that kind of cost us it all, but I really do feel like this year we could be in the running, and a lot of the stuff we talked about in the analysis video was to do with laser-focused signings, trying to find a little weakness in the squad and try to improve that rather than going potentially for players for the future so much. Now, I have still looked into that potentially, but I feel like right now we have to focus on first team, and that's always quite difficult when you're us, because we still don't have the reputation to sign the really, really good players, nor do we actually have the financial clout a lot of the time. Though, more on the financial clout side in a minute. Because I want to just quickly tell you about what happened in the Champions League final. Liverpool did end up winning the Champions League in the end, beating Porto 3-2. But it wasn't that was surprising. Liverpool scored their first goal of the match in stoppage time, and then Porto equalised. They went to extra time. Liverpool then scored twice more in extra time. Porto grabbed one back in extra time as well to finish 3-2, with all goals scored in the 90 minutes and beyond. What a Champions League final, but Porto couldn't quite get it over the line, so Liverpool did win the Champions League. So at least I suppose we went out to the eventual winners. And the other reason I wanted to start on Kim for today is because we did have a bid from Kim. For Kim from Chelsea of £107 million, and I was like, okay, that's a lot of money. And of course that prompted the conversation. We talked. Kim was cool. He's like, no, I'll stay, boss, it's fine. So that's good. And at that point I kind of just kept, normally I would just stall the offers to prevent them from accidentally getting sold out from underneath me, but the board on this save have never even attempted to do anything like that, so I just kept rejecting to see how high Chelsea would go. Oh my god. In the end, their last actual full bid that they put in was £230 million for Kim, which I then renegotiated to 250 just out of curiosity. The most the game would let me offer them back was 275 million. Now you might be like, why on earth would you not sell the player? And quite simply, it's because I really like Kim. I don't see the point. Like, yes, if we sold him, I probably could have picked up Alessandro Di Lorenzo from Brighton, because I think he probably would have been available for actually more like 100 million, which is fair, and we would have made a lot of profit on that. But I don't see the point in selling a guy who's been incredible for this team and is a bit of a club legend in his own right, frankly, to change things up for seemingly no reason. I'm completely happy with Kimmy in this team, and I really do think that he can be the success. He can have the success that he wants at this club and with us, and I think he can win things this season with us. But I tell you what, that is the most amount of money I've ever had to turn down on any save on FM ever. 250, £250 million. In other good news, Geraldo has now learned the killer balls trait. I've been looking at how that kind of pans out in some of our friendlies, and it does seem to make a difference. I think dictates tempo is quite important too. So once they've learned those, I'm going to try to get them on dictates tempo as well, because Regan Booty had that, and that guy was a bit of a ratings machine. So I'm just kind of curious to see what combinations do the best work. But yeah, Geraldo, I expect him to be a lot better this year. And he was pretty good last year, but I think this year he could make big waves. Anyway, this summer has been strange. We've actually only made 2 signings currently. I'm still looking at one more potentially, because I have tried to be as laser focused as possible, but we've actually had some outs. So it's almost been like a net, like, not completely balanced, but we've spent a decent amount of money, possibly even more money than we've ever spent before on players, despite them only being a small amount of signings. But we've also had some players leave for quite big money, and I think we've done well out of a lot of those the transfers out of the club. There's been steady profit on each individual one. So we'll take you through the outs now, because there's big money here. The first of which is Nikola Ilic, who has signed for Leeds United for £24.5 million. Maybe we could have got more. I realise that. But the thing is, Ilic, over 100 appearances for Bolton in the Premier League. Despite his extremely good attributes for the most part, something just hasn't clicked with him in this squad over the time that he's been here. And so when the opportunity came to get £25 million for him, I felt it was a bit of a no-brainer, since I'd kind of already spent most of our transfer budget on one player, and there was another guy I was looking at, and I thought, well, this guy, selling Ilic will basically fund that deal. And it's exactly what it did. So he's gone to Leeds United for £25 million. We paid 6, so we've made nearly 20 million on the deal anyway, which is really, really nice money to have. So that's Nikola Ilic, gone to Leeds. Goodbye, Nicola. And then in very similar fashion, Flavio Colombo has left to go to Tottenham for £23.5 million. So another £25 million signing, essentially. Once again, I just felt like he wasn't getting game time for us anymore, and he was just taking up space in the squad. Mostly, it was a case of, again, the money was there, Spurs offered it, and I thought, you know what, we may as well. He cost us £775,000, and we've moved him on for nearly 25 million again. So again, decent profits on all these transfers, and it really has facilitated a lot of movement in the summer for me. So I liked Colombo, I did, and he played nearly 100 games for us in the Premier League as well. You can see he has an almost identical record to Nikola Ilic, but I just don't see him getting in the Spurs lineup regularly. It just feels like one of those random transfers that the AI make, and then don't play them. But if they're going to pay us £23 million for the privilege, they're welcome to. And now, the big out as far as money, but still not squad status. Alvaro Pombo has left Bolton to go to Newcastle. I still think that he will be an incredible player one day, without a shadow of a doubt. But I didn't see that happening for us just yet. There were just too many other players in his way, quite simply. The deal is 42 million. I think we maybe could have got a little bit more, but the fact that we got 42 million pounds for a player that literally doesn't really play for us and barely featured at all last season, I still felt that was a good idea, quite simply. Still made a load of profit on the deal. I think he cost us like 24 million, which is still quite a lot, but when you nearly double your profit, we nearly doubled our money on him regardless of that, which is usually a decent feat. So again, raking in, we've made a decent amount of profit, about 60 million pounds on the players we've sold in profit, roughly, here or there. So I'm maybe a bit less than that, more like 50, but still, that was decent money that we absolutely needed to bring in just to finance things and keep things ticking over so I can make some interesting transfers coming in. And it freshened up the squad a little bit. It's the first summer we've really had where we've been able to do this, unload some of these guys, make massive profit on a lot of them, and just kind of get things going a little bit more further forward. I don't feel like we've really lost that much depth in it, because the players like Pombo, okay, he did play a few times last year, and players like Colombo and Illich, despite them all sort of occupying similar positions in our squad, I really don't think that we're going to be, we barely used them for most of last season, so it just felt like the right decision at the time. And now for the ins. Like I said, there is two of them. They're both massive for me, but one of them costs a lot more than the other one. Let's put it that way. Those of you that watched the analysis video earlier today will know exactly who I'm talking about, because yes, I got both of them. The first man in is Ezra Koch. This is he. He's coming from Ajax. Yep, this is an eye-watering one for £89 million. That was his release clause, in fairness. Now, still not into... I think it was the right decision to make at the time. This guy's a Dutch international, has just played for them at the World Cup, which they won. So we've just signed a World Cup winner, which I'll take, frankly. There's a definite level of quality in that. One of the things we sort of assessed from the analysis video, once again, is that we have two excellent centre-backs in Wilson and Demaran, but that third spot is always up for grabs. And I felt like if there was any part of this team that I could target with a laser-focused quality signing that's just going to come in and already be good, this was the position to take it with that third centre-back. So I went for Ezra Koch in the end. I've been looking at him for a while, but he always seemed just a little bit out of our price range. And honestly, I thought he still was. But with the fact that I didn't have that many positions I wanted to sign players in, all of a sudden it kind of opened up a few more doors for us, and we were able to spend the money that I wouldn't normally spend in a position like this. And I think he's absolutely freaking fantastic, to be honest. I know he's a ball-playing defender, according to this, but obviously he won't play there for us. But look, 15 heading, 15 marking, 15 tackling, 23 years old, remember, so he could still improve. Aggression is the only thing about him that I'm like, but it's still 11. It could be a lot worse. Anticipation is brilliant. Bravery's phenomenal. Concentration's extremely good. These are still really good attributes. Like, he may lack a tiny bit of aggression, but he does make up for it in other areas. Positioning is phenomenal. Jumping reach, he may only be 6'2", which is still pretty solid, but he's got 17 jumping reach, 16 pace, 17 acceleration, 20 balance and 18 agility for a guy who's 6'2" is insane. Great strength as well. I love him personally, and I know it's cost us a lot of money, but I felt like it was the sort of player that could make our defence absolutely ridiculous this season with those three. And the other signing I made was this lad, Ramon, £13 million from Flamengo. I showed you him, in the analysis video again, because it's another one of these players that they're just available, and with the players we'd moved out, I just felt it was almost impossible to not bring him in. Quite simply, he does already have dictates tempo. I've got him working on the other trait we're looking for, tries killer balls, but he just ticks a lot of boxes once more, and I'm extremely happy with him, quite simply. I think he's excellent, and again, for the money of £13 million to bring this lad in for that kind of price, it just boosts that midfield, gives us another sort of really, really high-quality player, with us moving some of the dead wood on a little bit. Again, marking and tackling aren't spectacular on the con side, but most other things are very much heavily in his favour. Now, with these extra signings going out, we did actually have a little bit left over money, and we do still have a decent chunk of change left, which is nice. Which is why I still think there's a guy I'm looking at. I'm not sure about him, though. I don't normally show players like this in videos when I'm going to potentially sign or not sign them. So I found this guy called Lolo Holanda. Plays for Malaga. I don't know his release clauses. I'm assuming it's like... Never mind. I don't think that deal's going to happen somehow. I didn't check the release clause. I was just looking at this and my assistant's like, it's 80. It's not too bad. It looks quite good. Now, obviously, the thing is, he lacks defensive capabilities at all. But it's just interesting that a player with these kind of attributes has somehow got fluidity here. And I don't know why he does. I guess he must have played there for another team at some point. But yeah, no, with that release clause, that is not happening, unfortunately. So, Christensen has a slight knock. I tried to play as full strength as I could in the last, like, friendly to sort of get an idea of what we were looking at potentially. So obviously the links haven't built up here, and Garce's Wilson wasn't a fit at the time, but he should be not yet completely back yet, so nearly back. Now, Ramon obviously won't start here. Geraldo had a slight knock, so again, that's why he didn't play. And we didn't get Hussein back, so that's one of the areas where I'm a little bit... But we do still have Ivanov, so it's certainly not the end of the world here. Christensen, what was his injury again? Okay, yeah, I think we may have to start Ivanov for today, but that's not exactly the end of the world. So, moment of truth for this tactic for the new season. Oh, I'm excited. Apparently, I've selected 5 substitutes outside the max squad because, of course, we had a friendly, didn't we? So I'd have to redo this bit. Unpicked positions only. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, that'll have to do. That's going to be our bench. So our bench will be Farmer, Nezev, Ramon, Petrovic, Mesa, Bobsin, and Hernandez. Our bench is pretty stacked these days, but I do still think there's little tiny tweaks we can make. But we will find out today. At home against Watford, Geraldo and Kang in the midfield, Barla, Ivanov, Kim. Koch makes his first appearance. You know, there's 2 starting 11 players in the Dutch national team, both whose surname is Koch. Jos Koch and Ezra Koch. You love to see it. I even showed the wrong Koch when I was doing the analysis video. It's crazy. Anyway, it's Watford at home. This needs to be a victory to get ourselves started. It's a tough start to the season, but if we get ourselves off to an extremely good start this year, then I think it really does bode well for what we could achieve on basically every level. We'll try to take the cups as seriously as we can this year. However, obviously, we will prioritise Europe and whatnot. And bring it out of defence. Maybe could look for a ball over the top. Like, oh, wow. Lovely bit of turn of pace from Hung. He's got to just drop this off to someone, though. He can't keep running. There we go. It'll do. Murray. Oh, nice idea. Barla. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Bolton 1, Watford 0. Kim Min, inside 12 minutes, gives us the lead at the Nat Lofthouse Stadium in literally the first game of the season, and they've already up to their old business. Hung has a lot of responsibility for this. Murray tries something I don't normally expect him to do, and Kim actually wins the header off the centre-back, amazingly, and it's a lovely ball around the corner from Barla, and Kimmy just does not miss those chances. Barla grabs an assist inside 12 minutes, and we have the lead. Really good start. I think after, like, sort of, we'll get 5 or 10 games in, get that link built between those 3 centre-backs, and we can really have a lovely bit of cohesion there. Look at Hung again. Driving forward, round the side for Kimmy, and again with a wonderful piece of play from Hung. Back for Kang, back for Ivanov. Oh, wow. Okay, great work there from the lad. In for Murray. Need those runs. Here's Barla. Here's Ivanov. Can he square it for someone? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, gets the shot away, though. Nice work. Hung again. Kim surely won't win that, but Geraldo might. Oh, wow. Brilliant from Geraldo. This would be an incredible through ball. Kimmy's in. Oh, and he's at the post. I don't think we can really be too hard on ourselves after that first half. Pretty solid performance. Few little chances here and there. Controlling the game pretty much, limiting Watford to virtually nothing. This is about as good as you could hope for us to play, quite simply. This is like Bolton at their best right now, is strangulation in these situations. We've actually seen quite a lot of Watford, despite them not having a lot of opportunities. We've seen them with the ball a lot. Kim, great touch from him. Oh, can he take the last guy on? He can. He's right through here, Kimmy. Bolton 2, Watford 0, and that's that kind of elite striker material that we've got right there. Another assist from Chukwudi Barla, but that is outrageous from Kim. Like, Barla gives him the ball with a lot of work to do here. Getting past the first defender is one thing, but the second one just cannot handle the sheer speed of Kim, and then the cheeky dink over the goalkeeper as well. Bolton 2, Watford 0, and we are off to a flyer, my friends. Cox's having a good game too. I'd like a clean sheet on the end of this as well, if we can. Barla again going for Kim. Lovely ball into the channel. Barla's turning assist merchant this season. Kimmy's going to have to just knock it. Oh, it's straight through his man. What a ball. Ivanov gets the second ball, and it's in off the post. It's Bolton 3, Watford 0. Veselin Ivanov continues to impress when put into this team. A man who suffered such a horrible leg injury those years ago has now, by the way, Brighton 2-1 up against United. That will be helpful for us. Kimmy, look at this. Just cutting through. Finds a lovely ball. Great tackle initially from Fiat, but Ivanov was not missing that second one. It's now Bolton 3, Watford 0, and this is more like it. This is very much the Bolton that I want to see. The creative Bolton, the ruthless Bolton, and the defensively solid Bolton. All of those things seem to be coming together now, and it's hugely exciting to see. Nope, good block. Oh, that's a great strike. Absolutely incredible effort from Odilon Kosunu. That's just an excellent effort. Is that Watford's first shot on target after 83 minutes? It probably is, knowing us. Well, it wouldn't be FM, would it? Otherwise, it's 3-1. We're still going to win the game, though. That's the main factor. Actually, a really good initial block, but that is just a thunderous effort. Macania nearly gets it as well. He's got support. Ramon. Farmer. Ramon. Oh, the one-touch stuff's coming out now. Kang! Oh my goodness, what a strike from Kang Dong-hee. Bolton 4, Watford 1. That is an absolutely ridiculous effort from Kanga. Ooh. He might well have just put himself in contention for man of the match with that goal. We just suddenly started playing on the edge of the box, getting these little one-touch passes all around here, and it's just shaken Watford off. Lovely little layback, but this is a sensational effort. Near post as well. What a goal. Honestly, I'm still gutted that we gave up the clean sheet in this game, to be honest, but it is what it is. I still think the lads had a really good day. You can see that Ezra Cox on a 7, despite the fact that we've conceded a goal, so that's a really good sign. Look at Kang! This is incredible! He's running out of energy here towards the end, but if he can pull this across for someone, which he doesn't, Bala makes it 5-1. Bolton 5, Watford 0. Chukwudi Bala there. But look how dead Kang is on his feet in this game right now. And the fact that he was able to go past his man and just keep on driving on. It's Bolton 5, Watford 1. We were 1-0 up at halftime. The vision as well to pick out the ball for Bala. Bala getting in there, a goal on the night, 2 assists for him as well. Everybody's just filling their boots in this game. This is exciting. I am very, very interested in what we could do this season. We look so good going forward. There's just lethality from every single area. Pretty strong at the back defensively for the most part. Obviously gave up a bit of a weak goal. That is a massive win on the opening day of the year. Everybody contributed to that brilliantly. Terrific win. Everybody was superb. Just phenomenal result there from basically everyone on the pitch. Wonderful. I've too many superlatives. So that does actually put us top of the league on the opening day. United dropping points, which is excellent news. Liverpool and City both win, as did Chelsea. But that is extremely good. So, what a start to the season. That makes me happy. Obviously, next episode is going to be Champions League. Not sure exactly when that will be. You know the general gist of when it will be, though. So we'll figure out which games that comes around. Interested to see who we get in our group this time around. Obviously, not pot 1 this year. So, that's very important to note that we won't be pot 1 this season. So, yeah, that could be difficult for us. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this and you're looking forward to the season, I think this could be our year for something seriously good. Drop a like on the video, that'd be awesome. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be sick too. Stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays at 11 AM. I'll see you over there as well. Thank you for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.